Yet the exercise of a sovereign right does not obviate the need for care and restraint. We have seen and condemned the terrible loss of life as a result of past attempts, including last April, by Iraqi police and security forces to enter the camp. The United States has stated publicly, and I want to reiterate now, that we expect the Iraqi government to refrain from the use of violence. The State Department is, and will continue to work closely with the UN, its assistance mission in Iraq led by Ambassador Martin Kobler, and the UNHCR to help achieve a humanitarian resolution. These UN organizations are playing a serious and constructive role in the urgent efforts to craft a solution. The European Union is supporting these efforts as well.
Thank you very much. Then I will proceed with some questions, and then we will go on to the others. And first of all, Mr. Ambassador, you just stated in several times in your opening statement that each party has to do its part, and that it'll take an intense effort by all parties to come to get out of this situation. Let me ask you this. You believe that the United States is doing all we can? Are we involved with an intense effort when we can't even get ourselves to take the MEK off the terrorist list? Yes, please tell me. I mean, this, on the face of it, that seems very contradictory. We can't even get ourselves to make a redesignation, and you're suggesting that all of us have to have an intense effort? How intense is it to have to make a policy for our own government in order to defuse the situation?
Certainly, the efforts of my office and my colleagues at the Near East Bureau are intense. Secretary Clinton was explicit that she wants me to work flat out on this issue, and that is what my colleagues, Ambassador Jeffrey in Baghdad, are doing. That is a directive from the Secretary. We're all engaged. That I can assure you, that is happening. I cannot comment about the process. It's not my place to comment about the process of the Foreign Terrorist Organization designation. My office is not playing a lead role in that process. I know it's moving along, and I am very mindful of the arguments you made.
How long has it been moving on? How long has it been moving on?
This process has been some months, but again, it's not my office engaged in it.
Well, let me just note.
Yes, sir.
That intense effort does not in any way accurately describe the State Department's activities in dealing with just a simple chore that they themselves have responsibility for, of redesignating the MEK and taking them off the terrorist list, as our European allies have already done. So, I'm sorry, but you're not representing your department in the State Department. You are here representing the State Department. And the State Department isn't operating intensely on this issue, because on the face of it, maybe it's an intense pace for a snail. Snails, may think that they're really intensely trying to get across someplace, but they're going to get smashed because they are a very slow creature. Let me ask you this. Do you know of any cases in history where revolutionary organizations have fought against tyrannical regimes and later became very respectable democratic forces in society?
There is ample evidence in history of exactly the kind of transformation you're referring to.
Right.
Certainly. I mean, no question about that.
And so we know that it's happened in history, and we know that our European allies have already redesignated the MEK as a non-terrorist organization. So what is it with the State Department? They don't know history, or They just aren't as intense as our friends in Europe.